What's going on, guys? My name is Julian. Welcome back to a singles review. This time is going to be Mastodon, who they've dropped two singles off of their new album coming out in March. Um, I believe it's called The Emperor of Sand, and I've pre-ordered it. So if you guys want to see an unboxing, make sure to drop a thumbs up, letting me know that. And yeah, dude, they just dropped two songs a while ago. I believe maybe like a week and a half, maybe even 2 weeks ago. And I've been just listening to those songs, just, here and there, analyzing them, and then just listening to them, for pleasure and stuff. The first thing I noticed when I listened to the first single that was released, which was "Show Yourself," was that they kind of, I don't know, it sounded like they just abandoned all heaviness. And I mean, usually bands do that with their singles. They usually release something like really catchy and whatnot. But this one just immediately right off the bat, it made me like look twice, like what the hell am I listening to? And it's not because it was a bad song. It was just that's not what I expect from Mastodon. Sure, they've changed, they've gotten a little lighter over the years, but this was like "Show Yourself" starts out, just like, what are you doing? The song is, catchy. What else can you say about it? But after a while, it does like sink in, and it is a good track. I love it. I actually really like that track a lot. But once again, not what I want from Mastodon. Then they released Sultan's Curse, and that was definitely what I was looking for. Again, maybe not my cup of tea, but I know that it resembles more of what Mastodon used to be, and that's really cool. And obviously, once you start listening to it over and over and over again, you start to like appreciate what it brings to the table, what it's trying to bring to the table at least, and it doesn't really like become a forgettable track, quickly. You can listen to it over and over again, and it just sits well each time. Just okay, yes, this is what I want, and I hope that Mastodon decide to keep on this theme of Sultan's Curse. Now, talking about themes, this whole album is based around time and death. There was an interview they did with Loudwire, I believe, where the members of the band were talking about like how their family members were suffering through some health issues, and that inspired this concept of a character, the protagonist of this album, who's been sentenced to death, as it was said in the interview. And I love concept work, trying to tell a story but allowing yourself the freedom of a concept of fantasy. And so if this music from Sultan's Curse is tied to a theme, and I know Mastodon do themes all the time, I mean, it's nothing new. I'm not saying this is like groundbreaking. I'm just saying when you remember the theme of death and time, you might start to realize, okay, this might be a little bit heavier than their previous work, which I believe was like a year around in the band's life, around the sun. And so the theme of that one wasn't as interesting as just a man who has, who's gonna die and live all at the same time. Again, the Loudwire interview says it all. But again, Show Yourself, not really what I want to hear from Mastodon. Doesn't mean that I don't like it. I love it. I love that track, but it's just not what I want to hear from Mastodon. Hopefully, they take the direction towards Sultan's Curse, but not a little bit better, but just I want them to improve upon that track for the rest of the album. So I'm really excited for Emperor of Sand. Again, concept, everything just sounds like just good music, and I can't wait to hear it. If you guys are really excited, let me know down below. I want to thank Brian. I believe it was Brian. Longtime viewer Brian, thank you so much for dropping a couple of hints on new albums that are going to be released. Got me looking, got me thinking, and I'm excited for what's to come in 2017. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned.